Hey Flush Tube, it's Carrying Stitches. It's Friday the 14th of October and this is Flush Tube 132. Hello and welcome. Welcome if you're a new viewer, it's lovely to have you here, and welcome back if you're returning. It's been quite a good stitchy week, to be honest. The stitchy bug is a lot less reluctant than it was last time, and yeah, so I feel like I've got quite a bit to show you. I feel like I've been making progress and stuff, which is really good news. What else? Just the usual round of school work and stuff like that. So yeah, with my cold coffee. Okay, so nothing interesting or new to tell you. So I shall jump into whoops, as I pull all the hair off my bag. Project bags. My hair's falling out again. So, Temperature Town. This is the Jardin Prive 2020 temperature library. This is the free one. And I've been playing catch up. There we go, look at that. We have until the end of September. I'm only 2 weeks behind, people. Look at that. I'm really, really pleased with how that's looking. So I went in, I was very good. And I actually put in all the doodads that were missing. Let's hold that up there like that. So I should put this on the board. So we've got a birthday cake and a little flower and a strawberry, which wasn't where I was intended, but I changed it. And then we've got, the Commonwealth Games symbol, because we went to see the park and stuff. Wedding rings. It's for Eleanor and Joe's wedding. And then we've got ERII for the Queen, a black door on the 8th. So I was going to leave a gap and I forgot. So just put a black door in, and then we've got CRII for the for King Charles. So that's all happened. This is on 18 count pewter, Picture This Plus. And given the fact I've only got 3 more months to do, that is pretty much going to be the size of it. Because, oh, it's a bit narrow, but you know, to the end of where the fold is. So, yay! Start looking for frames and stuff now for it. Kind of turned out smaller than I thought it might. Anywho, really pleased with that. I think I've done the last of the orange temperatures. So now my floss buddy thing reflects that. I have all kept all the other colours because I might need them for the doodads, but yeah, there we go. What should we go with? Monkey Wrench. Monkey Wrench by Ink Circles. I can't get the chart out of the bag. There we go. I'm stitching this with my own conversion of Silks for You in similar colours. I think they've just kind of brightened up a bit because it was like 3 browns, but I've kind of gone with a purple instead of the one brown. So this is on 40 count Fairy Forest by Crafty Kitten. And since you last saw it, I really should iron stuff, shouldn't I? I've finished that motif, that Quaker in the middle apart from the bird, because I can't decide whether I want to stitch it in a different colour. So leave it till last because it's right in the middle. And then yesterday I finished this motif here. So my hope for 2 pages done on that is actually doable this year now. I was a bit kind of like, but I think that basically leaves me 5 motifs to do, like half motifs or quarter. One more quarter motif, and then the 2 halves in the top corner, and then the 2 kind of middle right, and a few odd doodads and letters. It's doable, doable. Plan to get quite a bit done on that this over the next week anyway, because it's for it's in quite a lot of daily 30 stuff. So the Pixels That Made Us by PIX Stitch. This is just the letter G. I really ought to get the rest of the ones prepared. And since this is on a 20 count Zweigart Aida. And since you last saw, I've basically done all of the green and yellow ones here. Don't ask me what they are. I don't know. So my aim for this year is to finish the G, which obviously means just going up and around there. So that's my aim for this year. And again, that's going to get a little bit more love this month too. That's in another bag from Sarah at Not No Quick Bags. I had a new start of one of the stockings. And it's not that one. So I started the Sweet August stocking there. And just made a little start on it. Just, there we go. So, started. Those are by Blackbird Designs. That's on the 36 count Ivory Zweigart with mostly called for. Part 2 of the Advent Calendar from Cross Stitcher came out. And so I've made with a load more floss. It was ridiculous. It's like, oh look, here's a slightly different shade of blue. Considering how kind of basic the designs are. Basic sounds awful, but they're not, like, it's not a chatelaine, let's face it. It's kind of, you know, small motifs that are about 150 stitches. They don't need 73 different shades of blue in them. Oh, let's use that. There we go. So part 1 is finished and I've started the truck. What I'm going to do for the truck is I've got some black buttons and I'm going to pop them on. And then I did the wreath. And that was... So as you can see, some of the lines have got through. Oh, and I started the bobble hat. So I haven't got the... Oh, you'll see when I do a flip through of what the designs are. So, oh, there you are. There you go. Those are the part 2 designs. So I'm just working through that. Next part comes out start of November, so on Saturday's the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd of November, 1st of November, maybe. Yeah. I don't remember if I actually started this last time, whether I just kept wittering on that I was going to start it, because we all know my going to start, and that's Blackbirds on a pumpkin. Well, technically they're not on a pumpkin though, are they? They're in a pumpkin. So this is by Rosewood Manor, and it was in last year's Just Cross Stitch Halloween. They're not on a pumpkin, they're in a pumpkin. I am stitching this on Harvest Blush by Sparklers. Oh, that's fairly true. So, pleased with what I've done. Let's do that and you can actually see. So I've kind of done half of it, except for the outline and border. But it's been fun. It's a lot of colour changes. But it's been fun. The nice thing is, how about half of them are in Cardinal Points, so it's just been easy. I'm giving it only a little. I think I'm like because I'm stitching it over 3 strands, so it's not making a dent in the floss. And then we have Cardinal Points. Oh. Put that skein of white back in. There we go. Cardinal Points designed by Jules Liner Long Dog. I think it's put out by Gentle Art, so it is available. It's not out of print, despite what people say. It's quite an old chart now. I think it's 2013, I think, is the copyright. Anyway, I saw Helen D's version of it in her flush from this week, and she'd ironed it and it was looking lovely, and I was like, do you know what, I'm going to iron mine. I didn't iron mine. That's where we're at though. Oh, I can't do this. Just have to deal with the sunlight through it. Because, there we go. Oh. Two pages to go, folks. 2 pages to go. And my personalisation. So, I finished page 3 this week, which was kind of, well, basically what you see there. Well, maybe a bit less than that, but probably more that, but there we go. Exciting, exciting. So 2 pages to go. I reckon about 7,000 stitches. Going for a finish fit this year. Decided, I keep saying I'm going to, but I've got that page 4 finished now, and I'm just going, I'm like focused on it. So page finish in November and page finish in December. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Well, actually what I'm thinking is I probably need to get a page finish in November and a good start on the other page, so because of doing the words. So yes, Cardinal Points. It's going to be it's exciting. Good fun. Yeah, I've got no space for it. It's going to have to go in a different room. Because I've already rearranged the wall once and went up. So potentially next door could come down. That would create quite a nice space there. Because I could go. Little bits of space. There's space above where there are bees, but I was planning on putting cardinal bees? No, quilting bee there, and Judah bee. We'll figure it out, eh? We'll figure it out. Oh, I had 1 new start. Or was it technically? I don't know. Might have been 2 new starts. So I did have another start yesterday, which is one of the ones I kitted up last year. And this is Durene Jones, and this is the Crow Pendible. And this is from her Etsy store. It's super fun to do, and she gives you, oh, there's the chart, you don't need to see that, like full instructions every time of how to put them together. Oh, okay, so there's the mock-up, so you can see what so you just stitch it as the square like that. You fold it in half down there, you've already whipped, and then you whip stitch it together. It's so simple. So here we go, and that's my start on it. This is just a random piece of Aida that I dyed, hence because it's got dye spots in it, so which is fine because I'm going to use this corner. I mean, that's about halfway, so yeah. Don't think it's going to take me long to finish. I mean, I had a quick count up and pretty much that is like 300 stitches, so I can't imagine it's going to be 700 or 800 stitches there. And I'm stitching it in GAST Raven. Yeah, I'm doing that on 14 count, which is probably my least favourite fabric to use. Maybe 40 count, not keen on that either. But because it's the Pendible, they're not actually that big. I've done the 118 count before now, and they've come out really small, which is fine, stitching looks fine, but it makes them a bit bulky and when you fold them and stuff, so I think they're better on bigger counts. So yeah. So what have I been purchasing? I'm having a wreath thing at the moment. So I've been gathering all my kind of winter supplies, PIX galore, whilst they're all in stock. Picked this little one up at Hobbycraft, which we figure we're just going to add a bit to. Just thought it was really sweet. It's about £5, probably better ribbon, but I just figured it was a good jumping off point for something fun. And then Tesco had autumn decor in. How good is that? So we have purchased a pumpkin stack. They even had white pumpkins and like bobbly pumpkins and stuff in their pumpkins this year. It's kind of, they're really, I think, and I was talking to the lady in Hobbycraft and they're really saying that like the decor things are really in. So people are decorating seasonally. So yay, finally. Yeah, so Tesco's had this wreath. So we bought one of these. I think it was £6. So I think it was really good value. I mean, so the metal ring's really solid. And my plan is, you know, I figure a couple of extra picks in it, or what have you, bit of ribbon. There we go. And it'll look amazing. So it was well worth picking up and Lottie. There we go. Oh, I'll just throw that on the floor. I'm literally going to have a box just for reeds, I think. Because we have spring, we have summer. No, do we have a summer one? Maybe not. We certainly have an autumn one. Going to have a winter one. So my plan is to do two. So I'm going to have a Christmas wreath and a winter wreath. So yeah. So that's kind of finishing stuff, or to go to home decor. The Works had these in little tombstones. They also had a massive like 3-foot one, seriously huge, for like a tenner. So you know, it's a shame they almost didn't have an A4 sized one. I think that would have been perfect, but I grabbed this because it was like, let's say, £1.50, and I figured I don't do much in the way of Halloween, and because it's not overly tombstoney, I think it'll just make it just a nice standing thing. So slap a bit of paint on it. 3 colours I needed for the pumpkin, the blackbirds on a pumpkin. Yeah. Okay. What else have I been buying? That's pretty much it. Random bits and bobs from the Works. So I think it's dumped on that table there. So Cross Stitch magazine flip through. This is November 2022 and it's £3.89. So that's what the advent calendar parts are going to look like up and where I've done, once I've finished doing all that I've done. And I thought that was going to be in there. It isn't, it's just the circles. It was a bit disappointing because I thought it was going to be fully kitted, but it's that. I got the chart for it, so it's something. Okay. And then contents. Right, I've lost the front cover, which is making it really unwieldy. There we go. So, what we got? Out there, well, you know. Willow orders. Stitching with Julian is a little robin on a branch. November Nature Diary piece. And that's kind of a retro Santa with Rudolph. Yeah, it's just Rudolph. 17 pages later, we finished doing the Rudolph. Scandi Stocking, Winter Wonderland. And that is just 8 colours. Oh, sorry. 10 colours because there's 2 that are just backstitch. And that's really good, actually. We've got the final part of one of their cells. Maria Diaz. Kit Kat cards. An interview with Blackbird designer Claire Bradshaw. I like this. I'm really thinking I'm going to do this little tree. It's by Faye Walsh, and oh, there we go. I'm thinking, and it's not huge. It's 114 high by 47 at the widest point, and it's only 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 colours. So I'm seriously thinking of getting that done. Obviously I won't, but I might photocopy the chart and get it ready. They've got their Christmas card, oh, that's okay, Christmas card collection there. So those 3, and then there is those 2. Do you know, I just looked at that and thought that looks like Cheryl McKinnon, just because of the 2 reindeer there remind me of the deer that were in the little tiny alphabet I did. And then we've got the fox and a polar bear. We've got front door and a fireplace and nativity scenes. Yeah. More interviews with different people. And then we've got wreaths with random things in them. Yeah, Santas and candy canes and unicorns. But in fairness, I mean, you literally could pick whatever wreath you liked and just change the letter, because they don't really overlap that much. And we've got Creator Classic. There's the window. It's pretty. And that is Amanda Butler. We've got Stitch Challenge, which is cake bands. The 2022 Stitch Along Barcelona. The back stitch in that cathedral is going to be well, a challenge and a half. So good luck to anybody who's stitching that. And then we have that's it. Next month, oh, 1st of November it comes out. There we go. Here's the pretty lady and some tags and the last part of the advent. So there we go. That's Cross Stitcher magazine, and it's £3.89. So plans, other than my mammoth plan for Cardinal Points. I don't know. Don't know what else. I kind of have plans. As you know, a little bit more on Monkey Wrench, a little bit more on Gamer. And then basically, I'd like to finish the pumpkin. I'd like to finish the Crow Pendible this month. And then just see what happens. There are lots of things I'd like to finish this year. I think I've probably not bitten off more than I can chew, but I think my hopes a lot exceed reality. So I'd like to get Dancer done and Infinite Christmas, Tudor Bee, Cardinal Points. 1, 2, 3. So that's 5 finishes before Christmas, and you know, some big things there too. So we will see, I think is all I can say. We will see. So I am going to leave you, friends. This is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be, but that's all good. Yeah, haul but non-existent. I should have fabric of the month coming. I am planning on going. Oh dear, child scuppers my plan again. I was planning on going to the craft show at the NEC, but I just realised Lottie's got some plans that weekend, so that may not happen. Anyway, that's another thing for another day. So until next time, friends, take care, and I will see you all in a couple of weeks' time. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.